Hello and welcome to the Stringmatrix channel. My name is Hervé Jeanne. Today I want to test a microphone for you. It is the Nadine microphone by Ear Trumpet Labs, which comes in this beautiful case here. And this is what the mic looks like. And yes, it's a mic that is mounted here in this area of the bass, and it's mainly intended for live usage, so for amplification of the bass. So let's get to it. The first thing I want to show you is how to mount this microphone. So this is the microphone. This is the unit with the XLR connector and a strap to attach it to the tailpiece. And there is here this rubber disc, or like a disc with a groove in the middle. And you simply put it here, and with this rubber disc you can attach the microphone here between the two middle strings. And then this, you just attach it like this. Oops. Yeah. And that's it. Of course, you have to check that the cables don't vibrate against the parts of the bass. Maybe you will have to put some tape or something if there are some vibrations happening while you play. Okay, and of course now the big question is in which position should the Nadine be? I will check this. So this here would be a middle position. I will also check a high position like this maybe, and a low position like this. I'm very curious to hear the differences. Let's start with the middle position. Okay, this sounds quite balanced. Let's listen to it now in the high position. For my taste, this sounds a little bit nasal. Let's now check a lower position close to the tailpiece. This sounds quite good too, so I would say this is a nice alternative to the middle position. Just for a little comparison, I would like to let you hear what my bass sounds like with the mic that I mostly use for quick recordings and for these for the string presentations. It's an Audio-Technica ATM35, which looks like this, very small. But I mostly put it on a stand in front of the bass, and this is what I'm going to do now. So let's listen to that. In my opinion, this sounds a little bit more natural, but I would say the position of the Nadine is probably not the best position in terms of acoustics to capture the whole natural sound of the bass. But it's a very good position for easy attachment of that microphone, and it's a position where you won't be disturbed by the microphone while you play. So I guess this was the idea of Ear Trumpet Labs. They wanted to make something very practical, and they managed to design the electronics in the microphone in a way that you would still get a really nice balanced sound from this position here. So I was asking myself, what would the Nadine sound like if you put that on a stand in front of the bass, just like I do it normally with the Audio-Technica? Let's listen to that. Wow, Wow, I think this sounds really nice. I'm really impressed. It has more grip than the Audio Technica, I would say. And yeah, it's a sound that has it's a more concrete sound, I would say. Really nice. So although the Nadine is not made for this, I would say, why not use this when you do a recording? It sounds really nice. And I think it will be a sound that fits very well into a mix. So the next thing that I was asking myself is, what would happen if you take a mic like the Audio Technica and put it in a position like the position where you have the Nadine? I was simply curious about that and thought about a solution to make this, to try this. And I built a little piece of wood. I can show you. And the idea is that I put the Audio Technica mic here like this into this piece of wood. And I also prepared some little grooves here on the side so that I can also attach the microphone here like this. So let's see if this DIY Nadine works. Let's listen to the middle position. I must say that's not really convincing. That sounds quite boomy. Let's try it in the low position. So like this. Same thing, not really convincing. Let's try a high position. This here. Same thing, not really nice. And sorry for the distortion. I forgot to adjust the input level. But I think even with the correct input level, this would not be a really convincing option. But then I got an idea. The power unit of the Audio Technica mic has a filter here. You can set it on flat or on low cut. So let's listen to the Audio Technica in the middle position with the low cut. Okay, that's a little bit better, but in my opinion, it doesn't reach the quality of sound of the Nadine microphone. Of course, you could adjust the sound even more using an equalizer, and maybe it would then be acceptable, but you want to have a system that delivers without having to dial too much EQs, a nice and balanced sound. So this really speaks for the Nadine, and I must say the engineers at Ear Trumpet Labs really did a great job to design a microphone that has immediately a nice balanced sound without having to use some equalizer. So I did these recordings to really get an idea of what the Nadine can do, what it sounds like in an analytical situation. Now I would like to hear what the Nadine sounds like when it's amplified. So I thought of a little setup to demonstrate that. Let's check this. Okay, I now have a very special setup for you. I have the Nadine mounted on my double bass right here. It goes into the EBS Stanley Clarke preamp. This is what the settings look like. And from there it goes into an RCF active loudspeaker, which is right here. And everything is recorded, and also what you hear now is recorded by this microphone, which is a Neumann U87. And I took care to have the microphone placed at the same distance from the loudspeaker than from the bass. So I will first let you hear what the bass sounds like without amplification. turn on the amp, the preamp. So this was my little presentation of the Nadine microphone. I didn't get a chance yet to use it in a live situation. Like every microphone, I think the Nadine won't be a magical solution in terms of bleed from other instruments and in terms of feedback. You won't be able to amplify your bass with the Nadine if you play in a very loud setting, a loud band with, for instance, a powerful drummer being just besides you. And also, of course, in terms of feedback, there are always some limits when you use a microphone to amplify your bass. But in some settings, in bands that will play more at a mid or low level, I'm sure that this will be a fantastic solution. And also for situations where you have a PA and a good front of house engineer that will use the Nadine to put an acoustic sound through the PA. That's a wonderful possibility to get a real acoustic bass sound on a concert. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this review. You are welcome to give me a like or to subscribe to this channel. And you can also support my channel if you like. There are links in the description. You can send me a tip via PayPal or Ko-fi. Thank you very much in advance for that, and I hope to see you soon again for more content on the Stringmatrix channel. Thanks. Bye-bye.